Justin Swain.
It's now so official. Hi there. My name's Justin Swain, and I am with Utah for Responsible Growth. And we wanted to make this video to do a couple things. First, to talk about the current status of development in this area, and also to maybe provide a little bit more of an introduction to what Utah for Responsible Growth is. So first off, if you may recognize my name, I started the petition a year and a half ago when the Olympia Hills development was first approved by the County Council. And because of my concerns of, as far as development and making sure that things are done responsibly in this area, I joined Utah for Responsible Growth along with a number of other residents to make sure to keep our politicians in check, for lack of a better way to put it. None of us are politicians. None of us gain anything from this as far as what we do for a living being related to development or growth. We simply live here, and we want to make sure that things get done the right way here. I think it gets easy to look at us as maybe a group that just opposes things and opposes everything, and that is not the case at all. We want to see growth and development just as anybody else out here does, as much as anybody else. We want to see affordable housing. But we want to make sure that it's done the right way. Another thing to be aware of is that we support housing of all types. Apartments, townhomes, condos, single-family homes are all integral components of a proper housing market. And they're all needed to make sure that prices are stable, that the proper supply is there to keep the housing market in check. And I think because we've expressed concerns about density, that's been confused a little bit with housing type. But our concerns are less around the type of house and more about simply the number of houses or the number of people in a given area, because that's what puts the strain on things like roads and schools and water. And that's what we're trying to pay really close attention to. And again, we want to see responsible growth. We want to see it done the right way. A couple of things to share. So first off, the Olympia Hills proposal has been slightly revised and resubmitted to the county. And many of us have had a chance to take a look at it. As a group, we don't oppose Olympia Hills as far as it is a master plan community. That is a fantastic way to develop by taking a look at a little bit of a bigger area, thinking about open space and parks and schools. So from that perspective, we very much support the idea of Olympia Hills. What's extremely concerning, though, is some of the numbers and some of the way that it's being done. We all learn at a young age with the little blocks and the shapes that you need to find the right shape to fit in that particular hole. And the concerning thing that we're seeing with Olympia Hills and some of the other developments, especially at a county level with certain individuals there, is this decision that this is the shape of peg that we're going to use, and we're just going to make it fit regardless of whether it does or not. And that's not the right way to approach development, and that is what we're opposed to. What we are in support of is identifying this area, identifying the shape, and determining the peg that fits there the best. And there's a way that we can do that in a way that we've never done before. Some of you may have heard of the Southwest Visioning Study, which is really an unprecedented study that's been commissioned in cooperation with all of the Southwest city mayors and the county as well. And it's a $250,000 paid for by taxpayer dollars, 12-month study that is in existence to do exactly what we've been talking about, to grow responsibly, to not just look at this 500 acres and this 1,000 acres, but to look at the entire area and say, how do we develop these remaining areas in a way that it's responsible, that it's sustainable in this entire region, not just right here. And again, this is something that we haven't seen on this level in this size of a geographical area. So much so, again, that the county contributed $100,000 of their own money in order to do this. So our question is, why is this study not being paid closer attention to? What we want is to see the county hold off on any of these big development decisions until that study is complete. And a quick point to wrap up is some of the information that the county is putting out is slightly misleading, maybe unintentionally, where it's being implied that we can't wait on that study because the county is required to vote now that this proposal has been resubmitted. And that is true. We recognize that they have to vote, but the way that the county waits for the study is by voting no. They can vote no. They can turn around and encourage the developer to then revise and resubmit when the study has been complete. So there's a lot of other information, some things that we've seen with the new proposal that we have. We want to put out in additional videos, but please be aware that that's what we would like to see as a group, and we just want everyone to be educated. Again, we're just regular residents like everybody else. We want to make sure that you have all the information and that you understand that that's what we're looking for, and we hope you're looking for, is responsible growth and responsible development that's sustainable and makes sense, not trying to force something in just because it seems to make sense. So please follow us on social media, keep an eye out for additional videos and additional information, and we really hope that you'll reach out and continue to hear what we have to say.